Hi students, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to finalize your packaging net and also put your designs into your isometric packaging template. So you need this packaging template open in Photoshop, which you can find in the OneNote, and you also need your final Photoshop file of your packaging net. The first thing that we are going to double check in our layers panel is that all of the artworks are not over the top of the lines of our packaging net. And you can see if I turn on and off this dark green layer here, it's over the top of those little dashed lines. And to avoid that, what I'm going to do is to click on that particular layer. I'm going to go up to the blending modes tool and I'm going to click multiply, and you should very subtly see that it changes that layer. It does change the color a little bit, but now I can see all of those little dotted lines. So there's lots of different blending modes down here, but the one that usually works really well is the multiply. I also need to do this for that layer 4, which you can also see. And I'm just going to grab that now. I'm clicking, making sure I'm highlighted layer 4, and then I'm clicking the blending mode to multiply, and I can see those little dashed lines. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to stop all of the edits. If I do not need to make any more edits, this is what we need to do. And as I say this, I'm noticing there's an edit that I need to make by erasing something that's going outside of my packaging net, this little pattern. So if that's you, make sure that you have edited everything, and then we are going to go up to image, layer. I'm going to scroll down. I'm making sure everything is visible that I want seen on my packaging net, and I'm going to go flatten image. So it's going to say discard the hidden layers, hide anything you don't like, but press OK. And right now my artwork is all flattened into one layer, which means I'm not going to edit it anymore. Then I'm going to double click to unlock it. I'm going to use the marquee tool just over on the toolbar, and let's grab that. And I am very carefully going to select the front-facing artwork of my packaging net, and I really want to try and avoid all of those little dashed lines. Okay, once I have highlighted that, I'm going to click the Move tool, and I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to come over and drop it into my isometric package template. Okay, now obviously if I'm going to skew that, I need it to be a little bit bigger. So try to estimate as best you can the size in which is going to work. Once I've done that, I'm going to go right click and I'm going to click the skew option. Once I've got the skew option, I can move the anchor points into the corners as best I can to make that packaging in an isometric view. So I'm not going to do it perfectly for this video, but you guys can get the idea. You really need to pay attention to those little corners, dragging them and dropping them one at a time, inch by inch. And when you're happy, I'm pretty happy. I could do a little bit more editing, but that's going to be okay. I'm going to press enter. Then I'm going to fill the colors of what I can see here. So back on my original design, I can see a dark green and a light green, and as I'm going to use this little paint dropper tool, or this eyedropper tool, I'm going to grab one of those colors. So I'm going to grab this dark green, and you'll see my foreground color has gone to that green that I clicked. I'm going to go back over to my isometric template, and I'm going to click new layer. I've got my layer 2. I'm going to use my lasso tool, and I am going to draw a little border around that section of where I need that color to go. So for me it's this dark green, and then I can use my paint bucket to fill it in. Okay, Control D to deselect. I'm going to do another bye.